Hi everyone, it's Rivka, and today we're doing the plan with me of the end of February and the beginning of March. So let's jump right into it. And the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of the color on the bottom and the top, like I just showed. And to do this, I'm going to be using white label paper, and I just use it kind of like I use washi tape. I peel off the back, and then I lay it out as neatly as I can towards the edge. And for some reason this one was giving me a bit of a problem, but I got it to work and it was the perfect size for the entire sheet, which was awesome. I also covered up the words at the bottom there because I didn't want them to show through the washi that I'm going to use. And what you see I'm doing right here is I was trying to rip it off in half because I didn't need all of it to cover that number, but part of what I was going to rip off got stuck to the page, so it made a little bit of a mess, but I cleaned it up the best I could, and I didn't spend too much time on it because I did know that I was going to be covering it with washi and it wouldn't show. And before I move on to the next page, I just use my fingernail to push down the edges of the label paper so that it blends nicer with the paper of the actual planner, and it doesn't stick up as well underneath the washi. It just makes everything blend a lot better and neater, and there's less pop-up. Next, I'm using this washi, which came from Recollections. It was in a tube. I don't remember which kind, but I'm actually pretty sure that they still sell it on their site. So there's that. I did decide that at the top I wanted to cover the larger portion of it with the washi. So I just used the washi, 2 strips of it, and I offset what kind of butterflies were where so that they wouldn't just line up, as a straight line, and it looks a little nicer this way, I think. And I'm just going to do it over here as well, and then move to the top. And at the top of this page, I am going to make sure that I leave enough space where I'm not covering where it has the month's names. So you can see that I'm trying to figure out which butterfly can go there as close to the name as possible so that I don't waste as much washi and so that it looks neater and more of it is covered. And again, 2 strips, and I'm going to make sure that I am not covering the monthly calendar. And it's not that I really use that calendar up in the corner, but if I cover part of it, it doesn't look so great, but but there's no need to cover the whole thing. It is nice up there and it can be used for reference if I ever need it. And in that other corner, I am just putting in 1 butterfly so that it kind of follows through the top border. And then I'm going to move on, and I'm going to be using actually 2 different colors of thin washi tape. A purple and I think it's a teal. And I just picked these from my collection based on what I thought would go nicely with the butterflies and the other washi, which is what I based, I'm going to say, the spread on. And the purple washi is from Recollections. It's the set that has a bunch of small washis in like a clear tape dispenser. And this other one I got from like AliExpress or something to that effect. It was just like 10 little rolls for $1 or something like that. And this one is actually nearly done. As you can kind of see, it almost doesn't look like there's anything left on the roll. So what I'm trying to do is plan out and use the teal washi so that I can use as much of it as I possibly can throughout the spread, but I'm not stuck if it runs out. So that's why I was using it first, and then I was going to fill in whatever else needed it with some purple. And I do end up finishing this washi over here, but I think that comes in a little bit. And this washi was going to cut off part of the calendar, and as I said, I either cover up the whole calendar or none of it. So I ripped it at a diagonal. That way it kind of blended in and it wasn't too harsh, like at the edge or anything like that. And I'm just using tweezers so that it's easier to grab a hold of the actual washi. And I just scraped it up a little bit to blend it in, and it actually came out much better than I expected, which was nice. So then back to the regular washi scheduling or whatever you want to call it, and back to the purple. I think the biggest part of this spread and making it what it is actually how I alternated and used the two thin washies. And you can kind of see, I believe, that there's a little bit of white at the edge here. So I didn't want to leave it that way, so I used the purple. And I'm just going to cut it down, off the edge like I normally do when there's overhang. And I'm going to use that probably on one of the other white strips. And I just did that because it ties it all together and it makes it look more of like a finished product. So I'm going to put it here as well, and then again on the other side because there was a bit of a gap and some white space there as well. Another place that I tend to put washi, not always but sometimes, is down the middle of that second sheet to kind of differentiate where the weekend is and versus the regular week. I don't always do it, but sometimes it's nice. It usually depends on which washi I'm using and how much other decorations I'm going to be using on it. But this one's a fairly simple spread, and I just thought adding that little bit of extra color might be nice, so I do end up doing that in a minute with, I believe, this piece, because there's no reason to waste it, so why not put it down and use it there. And see, I'm doing that right here. It's the perfect size too because I had just cut it off the side. So I do need to make sure it's lined up a little bit better, and I do make sure that I follow as straight as possible along that line, and then it's all good. And then now what I'm going to be doing is using these little labels that I had printed ages ago, and they just say Monday through Sunday, and I'm going to put them up here. I am using that black line that's at the top as sort of a guide, but also covering it at the same time so that it does, I'm going to say, show and isn't so obtrusive in the actual spread. And once these are down, you can't really see it at all. I mean, if you know it's there and you're looking, you can see it, but otherwise it's just a little bit in between the different names of the week. And I'm just going to lay these out, and of course I'm using my Dollar Tree tweezers because they are awesome. When I first bought them, I knew I wanted tweezers for this kind of thing, and I was hoping that these ones would be good, but I wasn't sure if the tips would work well or not. But they do. They work very well, and they hold on to things extremely well, and I can put things exactly where I want them, as detailed as what I want. So now I'm using these stickers, and these stickers came from a pack at Recollections. I don't think that they sell them anymore. It's been ages since I've seen them, so I don't think you can still get them, but they were in the planner section, and it came with 4 sheets of this color, 4 sheets of another color, like I believe it was purple with gold lettering, and then like 2 of, I think it was a peach, but I could be wrong. Anyway, these ones, they worked well with the color scheme, and they were cute, so I used those. And as per usual, I am not speaking well. I am laying out these different labels, or kind of header labels, for Tyler, who is my stepson, and then for my fiance, and this is his logo. And both of these were just ones I had laid out on a Word document on my computer and printed on sticker paper, and then used a ruler and a blade to cut it out. And of course you don't push all the way, you just kind of do it kind of softly. But this one I went a little too soft, as you can kind of see, or not really, because I'm not really staying in frame for this, but I didn't do the greatest job on these ones, so they kind of stick together, which is why I added little bits. It kind of was like it perforated it instead of cutting it, so it just took a little pulling them apart at the edges, and then they were fine. On, I'm going to say Tuesday, you can see where there's that little bit of white at the top of one of them, but it's not the biggest deal, and it works well for me. So I'm just going to finish laying these out. And in case you're curious, I don't know how well they show up because they are kind of small. On the sides of Tyler's name, it's hockey sticks because he loves hockey, so I thought that would be appropriate for him. And then I'm going to move into the little bit that I know of for me. And Monday's my cleaning day, so I make sure to clean all the floors. I do that regularly throughout the week anyway, but I make sure to properly clean them and thoroughly deep clean them on Mondays. And then I have a little toilet paper to mark off the bathroom, and then some laundry stickers. I do laundry at least twice a week. And then, of course, my YouTube posting and my supplements reminding me to lay them out for the coming week. And I'm going to be using the Staedtler pen and just filling that all in. And as you can see, because I just laid it out, there's going to be 2 videos in this upcoming week, one for the March monthly spread, and then one for the next week's spread. And I'm not totally sure, but I might also have a Michael's haul that I ordered a few things online, so if it comes in time, I will be posting it this week. If not, I might post it next week. I'm not sure yet. But if you subscribe, you'll be able to see when that actually shows up. Alright, so now I'm going to use this Me and My Big Ideas sticker sheet, and I already knew which sticker I wanted, which is why it was so easy, but it was this Get Out of Your Own Way, and it went well with the spread. The colors on the words matched the washi tape and the butterflies, as you can see I'm pointing that out, and I thought it was like absolutely perfect for this one. So that's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed and will subscribe for more videos. Please give it a like and comment below if you have any suggestions or anything you want to see on my channel. I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a great week, and I will see you Wednesday. Bye!